Darius Adams, former UConn commit, has made his decision. He will be going to play in the Big Ten next year. It will not be for the Michigan State Spartans, as Maryland and Coach Buzz Williams get the commitment from Darius Adams, 6'5" shooting guard. Um, Struggled a little bit on the EYBL circuit shooting, but known as a shooter. Also, some rumors that he wants to be able to play a little bit of point guard, given his size. We'll see how that kind of works out. But chooses Maryland over Michigan State. Now, initially you see this, you think that, oh, Maryland threw out the money bags. Like there has to be some financial compensation for the fact that someone would choose to play for Buzz Williams over Tom Izzo. Apparently, just speaking on rumors and things that I've heard, I'm usually wrong and I have been wrong a lot in my life. I was wrong already two times today, and it's only 9:30 a.m. So apparently, Maryland and Buzz Williams promised Darius Adams a starting role. Like he's like, you come in, you're gonna be our starter. Tom Izzo would not do that because Tom Izzo is Tom Izzo, and he would not budge in his ways. And that ended up being the deciding factor, apparently, because I think the financial compensation was very similar on both sides. But the financial compensation combined with the fact that he's going to have a guaranteed starting spot, basically, at Maryland, seemed to have swung him to go play for the Terps. So now Michigan State loses for a second time, Darius Adams, this time to Buzz Williams in Maryland. Dion, I'll throw it to you first before I get to my thoughts on what this means for Michigan State.
Um, so there was like a world he wasn't going to play point guard.
Yeah, so I mean, he is a two guard. He's
He's
not
like
he's not a point guard.
150 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah, well, see, that's the interesting thing with him is like he's not quick enough and or like good enough handle to play point guard, but also like he's stuck in that area where he's not like explosive enough or like has the crazy length or anything like that to just be this really good like two guard. So if he is going to be, he has to be able to knock down shots, and that is streaky sometimes. So it's like he's kind of in a weird spot.
I so I've only seen him play in the McDonald's All-American game and in that well, whatever that USA versus World thing was at the Nike place. And my takeaway, it like I remember, in the Discord, there's a couple of UConn fans, and I remember telling them like, yeah, I wouldn't care if he left. I don't think you're missing much. When he reopened his recruitment, I was like not that concerned about it, to be honest with you. I think this is a guy that wants to be a one and done. Will probably leave after his first year, which is why he's going to Maryland because he's going to get to play. Um, and like respectfully to him, unless he's able to put on weight, kind of like grow into his body and expand his game a lot once he gets to the next level, he's like a prime candidate. He's a tweener position. He's a prime candidate to be like a one contract and gone guy, in my opinion. Now he's going to get that contract because I do think he has the talent and the ability. But I was watching him play. He obviously, like you said, he isn't a point guard, but also like if there was an expectation of him playing the two and he's doing that at the Power Five level, that team isn't going to be very good. I know that much because I don't know who he's guarding that's a two or a three. And in the world of like being able to switch, if you're playing the two, like you could get stuck on a four man sometimes. The kid is actually like 150 pounds, like so. Him and I have very similar body types. I probably have more mass on him. I've been putting on a lot of weight lately. So like I feel like just when I watched him play, I know like Michigan State fans were upset they didn't get him to commit. I feel like the frustration more so comes from the lack of portal gets than the fact you didn't get Darius Adams. Because when he decommitted from UConn, I don't feel like UConn fans cared. I don't really feel like they should care. He is not ready to play high major basketball in college, in my opinion.
So so UConn fans were fine with losing them because of what they have coming in, right? They have a plethora of guards, both at the point guard and two guard position, where it just they kind of ruled Darius Adams out of being in that rotation. The thing for Michigan State is, I think the phrase here is beggars can't be choosers. We need somebody. We need somebody, and we need somebody who could possibly be our starting like kind of high level go-to guard. And would that have been Darius Adams? I mean, I don't know. Like there are shortcomings with Darius Adams' game. Like don't get me wrong, and I have questions about, you know, uh what it looks like right away for him because of the physicality and given his frame and things like that. But Michigan State was in a very interesting spot because like we needed him though. Like even with all the questions, even with all the everything going around it, we needed him. We needed him, and it would have been a massive win for the offseason recruiting cycle in the transfer portal or just recruiting, whatever you want, whatever category that falls into. And now we're at a spot where, you know, it doesn't look like we're gonna get the big guy. Like I like the Glenn ad. I'm, for TBD on what that is, but we were supposed to get like a starting go-to guard, and we did not get that. And I don't think we're going to get that. And for that reason, it hurts. And also for that reason, it's like now he's going to play for Maryland. And who knows what it looks like there, but God forbid it looks good. I'm going to be eating Tide Pods.
We interrupt this sleepers video to tell you about an offer from Underdog Fantasy. Cart, you love Underdog Fantasy, correct?
Of course I do. Can I have a moment real quick?
Please. Thank you for that. In fact, I'm going to cut you off because our listeners like when we keep these short and sweet. Underdog Fantasy. Sign up as a new user. Use promo code SLEEPERS. Get bonus funds up to $1,000, 50% of your deposit match. The NBA playoffs are rocking right now. I played Underdog last week with a Cade Cunningham line. I'm looking forward to doing it throughout the entire first round of the NBA playoffs, but there's more. You can place picks on golf. You can place picks on baseball. You can place picks on the NHL playoffs that are rocking right now. Join Underdog Fantasy, promo code SLEEPERS. Support this show so that we can keep bringing videos to you. Back to the video.
I mean, he shot 50. Like, I feel like I'm bashing the kid. I really don't want to. I think he has a lot of potential. I just think he, if he went to UConn and he stayed for 2 or 3 years, I probably feel differently about him. But as a one and done, I mean, in EYBL, he shot 59% from the free throw line. He shot 32% from three. He's 150 pounds. Like, it's just, there's a lot that he has to work on. I mean, for his sake, I'm going to be rooting for him. I'm going to be rooting for it to work at Maryland. You weren't playing him over Jeremy Fears, though.
No, but we would have played him with Fierce.
There's no way. If Jace Richardson didn't start right away, I mean this as respectfully as possible to Darius Adams. There's no way he got to East Lansing and was going to earn that starting role if Jace didn't.
Yeah, I mean Jace eventually did, but also like just completely different scenario. Like we're at a spot now where like it's a little bit of desperation on Michigan State's end, trying to, really build off of what we did last year. And now we're in a spot where, we need to hope that guys like Kurt Tang take a step and things like that. But yeah, it's man, it's why are you laughing at me, man?
Her tag is crazy. There's got to be someone else that can take a step.
No, I respect my dog. It's Kurt Tang season. It's happening, and I hope you're along for the ride. But it's the apparently Michigan State is going to still add a backup point guard at some point, which we'll assess the offseason at that point. But all in all, coming off winning the Big Ten by 3 games and the special year we had has been a very underwhelming offseason thus far, and losing Darius Adams stings. And like I said, there's shortcomings there, and there's still a lot to be seen on what Darius Adams is. But the fact that Michigan State was seamlessly did have like a little bit of a lead here, having the familiarity, and if he went to Tennessee, I'd be like, okay, like Tennessee was in on this also, and like they were in on this. He basically went to Buzz Williams in Maryland after talking to them for like 4 days. Um,
But it's because he went it. I think once he starts to play, you'll see why he went there. Like he wouldn't play over Jeremy Fears. He wasn't gonna play over Gillespie at Tennessee. Like he wasn't gonna play over these guys.
but he would have
And
started with them though.
I think I might be wrong on this. I think there's a sense with Darius Adams because if you watch like in the McDonald's All-American and the Team USA versus World game, he was the primary ball handler. Like he wasn't playing off ball in those games. I think he knows he's learning from Ian Jackson's mistake of like, okay, yeah, I'm a two guard, but if I come in and play two guard, it's actually going to hurt my draft stock because the NBA is going to view me as a point guard because of my size. So I think he wants to play point. I don't think he would have played point at Michigan State or Tennessee. Like maybe he plays the two at Michigan State. Does he even play at Tennessee? Like I feel like at Tennessee he might not even get burned.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it depends on like what Tennessee has on their team. But just speaking on Michigan State's roster in general, he would have played and would have had a chance to have a big role. And apparently, they were pitching him to, you know, obviously they're not the same player, but he was pitching him on the Jace path. Like, come here, we'll do the same thing we did with Jace with you. And that doesn't resonate with everybody. So then that's why he's playing at Maryland. So congrats to Maryland. Darius Adams, I'll miss you, man. I thought we were gonna get you on the second time around, but it's Kurtang season, whether Dion wants to accept it or not. I'm gonna end the recording.